Let's now discuss ISO standards and why can you integrate them. The International Organization for Standardization, ISO, which is the international standard setting body, they publish a high-level structure called Annex SL. This structure is going to be applied across all management system standards. So as you can see in the slide, clause 1 to 10 in all management system standards is going to be the same. The headings are going to be the same, however, the requirements are going to be different. So what this is going to do is going to enable integration of your management systems and reduce potential conflict between the different systems. The Annex XL structure is based on the Plan, Do, Check, and Act cycle that we will be discussing later. The Plan, Do, Check, and Act is basic principles for all management systems. So whenever you are planning and implementing a management system, you always have to follow the Plan, Do, Check, and Act. It's one of the common principles across all management system standards. The ISO Management System Standards, MSS, help an organization improve their performance by specifying repeatable steps that an organization consciously have to implement to achieve their goals and objectives. ISO Management System Standards help an organization improve their performance by specifying repeatable steps that an organization consciously have to implement to achieve their goals and objectives. Management system standards are generic in nature and therefore can be implemented by any organization regardless of the size, large or small, the products or services that they manufacture or produce, and the context of the organization. There are families of ISO standards, and what this means is that the families are unified by the topic that they're referring to. For example, the ISO 9000 family standards correspond to all the management best practice associated with quality. In this family, we have ISO 9000, which refers to the basic principles and vocabulary. In ISO 9001, specify the requirements, and ISO 9004 and ISO 9004 give you the guidelines on how to implement the requirements. Only ISO standards ending in 1 are auditable, hence accreditation is obtained for this standard. Now let's discuss the most frequently used ISO standards. ISO 9001 is the one that we are most familiar with because it was published over 30 years ago. The standard is based on a number of quality management principles, including customer focus, motivation and implication of top management, a process approach, and continual improvement. You will implement a quality management system if you want to concentrate on meeting your customer expectations and ensure their satisfaction. When we're talking about customers, we are referring to both internal and external customers for our products and services. The next one is ISO 14001, Environmental Management Systems, and this enables an organization of any type or size to develop and implement policies that are committed to environmental responsibility, such as prevention of pollution, climate change mitigation, minimize your environmental impact, and resource sustainability. The ultimate goal of an environmental management system is to minimize the environmental impacts of your operations. Then we have the most recently published ISO 45001. It was published on the 12th of March 2018 and is the world's first occupational health and safety international standard. The ultimate goal of this occupational health and safety standard is to manage hazards and reduce the likelihood of harm in the workplace. There are many other management system standards, including ISO 50001 Energy Management System, ISO 55001 Asset Management System, ISO 27001 Information Technology and Security Management System. There are other management system standards which can also be integrated into existing management systems. As I previously mentioned, the Annex SL high-level structure facilitates the alignment and the integration. So for example, ISO 50001 energy management system will have the same clause 4 to 10, mirror with the same headings as ISO 9001, ISO 14001, so you could integrate a health, safety, environment, quality, and energy management system. There are common management system principles across all the standards, and these are the top management commitment and leadership, the process management and control to ensure that the process delivers the intended results, and that you comply with the requirements needed to achieve those results. As I said before, the plan, do, check, and act. So this is the core principle for all management systems. You plan what you're going to do, you establish your objectives, you decide what process do you need to achieve those objectives. You implement those processes, and then you monitor the progress and compliance. You check that what you did is actually what you planned, and then you take action as required. And you are always striving to improve. There is a risk management approach to identify the risks that provide you threats and opportunities in your processes, and you implement control to minimize these negative effects on performance, and you maximize the potential benefits of the processes and management system. And there is always a culture of learning, of continual improvements, of lessons learned. What can we do better next time? And we do this together. Workers, supervisors, management, everybody works together towards common goals, which are continual improvement. So what are the benefits of integrating ISO 9001, ISO 45001, and ISO 14001? You will have improved business performance. You will have a holistic approach, like I said, an integrated framework that encompasses everything, that gives you that strategic alignment across your organization. There is no conflict. Quality is saying this, health and safety is saying that, environment is telling me different. So everybody is aligned and following the same set of processes and procedures. It gives you a focus on health, safety, and quality and sustainability in the heart of your organization. Motivates the workers and employees to follow and achieve these objectives. The main benefit is you will reduce your documentation and paperwork. If you have 3 sets of procedures, one talking about quality, the other one about environment, and the other one about occupational health and safety, you then only need one procedure to describe all the requirements for that specific process. Then, therefore, you will save time and resources, and then it will improve your risk and opportunity management because everything is concentrated. So what can you do to merge or integrate management system standards? So you could provide awareness and training across the organization. Why do we need the management system standards? What's in it for each level of the organization, top management, supervisor, workers, to implement these management systems and how they can benefit from it? You have to put it in their own words. Then you have to create yourself of policies and objectives, integrated policies and objectives in the organization. You will conduct a gap analysis to identify where you are at this point in time and where do you want to be. And then what is the difference, what is the gap, and how and what do you need to do to bridge that gap. You will then start to identify what processes you need to document, how you're going to document them, what method are you going to use. Then once you have your set of documentation, you will implement them. And after you have done 3 or 6 months of implementation, you then conduct an internal audit to identify whether or not what you are planning to do is what actually you are doing in the day-to-day activities of the organization. And then you will again organize a management system review meeting with top management to show them the result of your internal audit and take action as required. You then say, okay, this is where we're going to be because we want to achieve certification of this management system. How far away are from this goal, from this line, the finishing line, and what do we need to do to bridge the gap? You implement those corrective actions, and after you have seen the successful implementation of the corrective actions and they've been effective, you could then call for a final certification audit. So if you follow these 10 simple steps, you could merge your management systems. Please get in touch with EHS Emirates Foundation so that we can help you in that journey. So in summary, an integrated management system captures and communicates an organization approach to manage risk and impacts. The management system provides you with a set of common requirements and processes that you need to apply to achieve excellence in your performance and meet your compliance obligations. ISO creates documents that provide you with the requirements that you need to implement and consistently apply in your organization to ensure that material, products, and services are fit for purpose. ISO management standards are based in high-level structure called Annex SL. And our management system is dynamic. It needs continuous rebuilding, updating, and innovation. So you can never sit still in a management system. An integrated management system is simple and can be achieved by following 10 simple steps. So please get in touch to see how can we work together to help you and achieve potential cost savings.